Jackson County ROE trying to make an application for the ICCB dollars for that grant, that big grant. We wouldn't have a foot in the door at all. We just would not.
Whereas now the 5 counties are already somewhat in.
I think we're safe. You know, it rolled over for 49 years after the first competitive grant, and now they may open it up in another year or two, and if that's the case, and if we do go with forward to Jackson or however, I'm gonna be in there trying to write a grant for the high school here in Massac County. If they want it, if their board wants it. They know it's an option.
Can you foresee that getting turned into, I mean, what's your gut feeling? Do you think it will be competitive? I don't see how it can't be soon.
I wish, I would hope so. And I've talked with Jennifer Foster, the director at the state level, and she said she cannot, she will follow her supervisors who it's the governor, so.
And he's highly respected down here.
You know, you're looking at a site that can house students and adults to serve GED and CNA and all of that. Now, will one of those offices pick up the cost to do that? I don't know where they will get their dollars to do that. I mean, I've looked at their budgets and they're not.
Do they not understand that, or they just don't?
I don't
They
know
just
that
don't
they're
care.
real worried about
That's
serving our
down there.
students. That's correct. I mean, we're how many counties
Yeah.
down from them once this consolidation occurs? So, you know, I've approached it with the high schools in all of the counties, you know, of 12 high schools. We are this year we moved our TAOP grant to the high schools so they could run them. We're still the administrative agent, but we subcontracted it out to the high schools. And then in the spring, they will be able to write for that TAOP, those TAOP dollars. And they're alternative education dollars. That's what they do. They serve the truant students or the students that get behind. And by doing it this way, they build and sustain their own program without having to lean on an ROE for that other $814,000. That helps that. They're keeping them in their high schools now, and we're teaching them how to run the program. And then in the spring, in March, we will help them write for a competitive grant. We will pull our last competitive grant, which is open every 3 years, and it will open for them this next spring. And we've already started helping them put together their grant because it's multiple pages. And then they will have to defend their case, build their case to say this is what we want, how many dollars we want to serve our alternative children. So we have that, we're building that in the schools, the high schools.
When I see this big District 20 here, are all these supposed to be by population? Is that their plan?
Yes, the reason why they're closing 9 in the state is because of the population, if it falls below 61,000. And they wanted to reduce the offices down from 44 to 35. So we have 60,280 on the census, which we know that there are people that didn't complete their census forms, or we could have been saved.
If we would hit that 61,000 threshold, we wouldn't have this situation.
But when we take our APC area, see some of the population in Union County and Shawnee 84 and Cobden District, some of my area that I serve under ICCB as well as my office is in Jackson County. We have well over, I think it's 900 something in Jackson County of my population. They won't let me count it toward my number, or I'd go over 61,000.
Well, that's just part of the game, is it not?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is.
And if we did reach 61,000, what's the guarantee they wouldn't raise the
They're,
threshold?
they're gonna bump it, they'll
Yeah,
bump it
that's-
up,
It'd be 65 then,
yes, yes, so I mean.
just whatever they want it to be.
Yes. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't try to find other dollars to help provide for the cost of operations and maintenance at the site here in Metropolis. Maybe there are other grants out there that, you know, someone could write for and help provide for the clients, the adult, the GED and the CNA. We cannot keep enough CNA classes going out there. Every time we finish one, we've already got 35 to 50 students that are already ready to start another session. That's how much we're serving with those dollars out of that site. And that's employing people. These CNAs are getting certified to work at the nursing homes and the hospitals or home private care. And, you know, that's great. That's good for Massac County. And I guess my concern is we're going to lose all of that in another 21 months. I have set aside enough money to run it until the last day, June 30th, 2015. So we'll continue running that program like that.
Well, they're not even gonna hear of us keeping our 5 together, will they not?
Doesn't mean I'm gonna not try.
Okay.
That'll be my first request is that, because I'm gonna take your resolutions, all the other county board resolutions, the regional boards of school trustees resolution, and all the districts that have provided me a resolution to keep the 5. And I'm gonna present it to every one of the board members. There's 9, and then Chris Cook. I've already sent it to Chris Cook, certified mail. He did receive it with a cover letter of what Southern Illinois offices and county boards wanted. But this time, I'm gonna make sure that a copy of every bit of it goes to each one of those board members sitting around that table tomorrow morning. And it'll be our first request. Because I know what they're gonna do. They said, well, okay, Janet, if you don't get, if we can't provide you with keeping the 5 together because you have Johnson County wanting to separate and go to Williamson County, what's your next best suggestion? And that's where I need you guys to help me.
That's where you would like to do the Jackson office, right?
Well, there's good reasons why we would wanna do it that way,
That's the lesser of 2 evils.
maybe. I think it increases our opportunity for representation. That's my concern. I want Massac County to be represented and noticed by an office and taken care of by an office in Jackson County.
That's our choice for Williamson County, isn't that correct?
Yes. Now, unless Pulaski County agrees to go to Jackson, you can't jump over. That's why I'll be meeting with them later today.
So if Pulaski decided to go to Williamson County, we would have to go to Williamson as well, is what you're saying?
Because they border Johnson.
Mhm. Well, and we can't skip over a county. I think probably what I would ask you all today, just as a
Oh,
thought,
Saint Street, how are you?
is if you would want me to, just, if you give me a directive to meet with the school boards and ask them what their opinion is on this. I mean, I know tomorrow's the part of the hearing, but the state board meets every month, and the decision will not be made until January. They won't make it's unlikely they'll make a decision tomorrow. So in November, I'll come back to you all and let you know what the school boards are thinking, how they wanna see it best look. And then you can give me your decision on what direction you wanna go, so you have something, because really it's and I think it's a partnership with your school boards, because they're impacted by the services, but you all are impacted by the finances.
So do you need a resolution for us for our second choice? Is that what?
well, I won't ask for it today because it's such short notice and I didn't get put on the agenda. And I appreciate you letting me come in somebody's time, sorry. But if you wanna just tell me that's what you'd like me to do, is go talk with the school boards and come back with whatever the school boards are thinking, so you can feel better informed and have that information.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me as well.
That'll work good.
Hopefully Joe will be here the next time, so
Okay,
we can get the input too.
okay, that sounds good.
All
Well,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you, gentlemen, I
Bye.
appreciate it.
right, informed.
And you're very welcome to attend tomorrow. I'll be driving up early for the 8 o'clock start time.
Thank you.
They started at 8 o'clock.
Yes, they will. Yes,
Carmen.
they will. Well, see, they all travel down and stay over
Oh,
in Carbondale, so they will just get up and go over.
Okay. Does
Thank
that sound just a little planned to you?
A little bit, John, a little. I'm sure there's more to come. But we'll just do what we can. Thank you all.
John. Thank you.
Angely.
Yes.
Okay.
Did they get it spelled right on that agenda?
Yes, they did.
You know why? Cause John has good women.
Yes.
That's true.
How are you, Dane?
I'm good, how are you?
Healthy balance. Of course, we got payroll next week.
If you don't believe it, ask Juanita.
Yes.
That was right.
She will let
Don't
you
believe
do
it.
it.
That's funny.
It does.
So you got some money in the PPR tax, sales tax, income tax, and local use tax.
Yeah, all the state ones.
Everything else went pretty good.
Where we at with computers as far as,
That we're having a little bit of a hang up, I think, with,
Well, John Long is getting hooked up. I mean,
Yes, he
he
is.
should have everything up and internet accessible by the end of the week. Where we're having a bit of a hang up is with our soon-to-be former provider is wanting us to pay $3,500 for them to show the new provider a map. And I don't understand computers, I mean, don't get me wrong, but the way I understood, they're wanting us to pay their maintenance fee, which would be $3,500, before they would provide that company a map of, how the columns are lined when they do the conversion. And they're being very stubborn about it. And then on top of that, just to slap you in the face, even if you pay the $3,500, they looked at them and said, well, we don't know how long it takes to get us done.
if you can even get to it in a reasonable amount of time.
now, I thought this guy was retiring or something.
Yes.
They are. They're going out of business.
The whole company is.
Yes.
Well, we've been a
So
good
why
customer
are they
lately.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We
exactly
don't
right. And I don't know if it would be James doing
I don't
this.
think it is.
'Cause
James.
I've
I
never
think
met
it's
the other
Jim
fella.
Fernberg.
I've never met
honestly.
him.
And then, the new computer company said our only other option may be for everything to be reposted from the beginning of the year.
from January one?
From January one.
In 12, or
repost it all.
13, or in 14?
13.
Again,
And Cheryl will have to repost in Juanita everything that they have done for the year. And then it would have to be by the end of the year.
You know,
Well-
what's this guy thinking? I mean, he realizes we have to do this. This is our option. Why do they wanna stick it to you?
Well, you remember the attitude that he took when we were talking about re-signing our, the agreement.
Yeah, he told
and
me
he-
he didn't care if we did or not.
Exactly, so I believe that's his same attitude.
What was, could you give us his number and name?
I could.
One of us can call and just kinda talk to him.
Yeah, and I'm not sure.
Try to talk some sense into him.
Exactly. I mean, I don't care to, well, I do care to pay the $3,500, but we shouldn't pay the $3,500 and then,
oh, well,
not
I
be
don't know if we can get it or
guaranteed.
not.
and a date that they can do the work. Because if we're paying $3,500 and then they don't get it done until December or January, that
I
didn't
just-
do us
I
any.
just had this feeling James would get on it a bit fair this Fahrenberg would allow him to do it.
Exactly. See, I left James a message yesterday and he hasn't returned my call, and that's unlike him. And so I don't know if he thinks, you know, I tried to be chipper and everything, so he didn't think I was on the offensive, but
Oh.
he hasn't returned my call.
Was this gentleman, was there a company that he was trying to get us to go with since he was retiring, like someone that?
They had a few recommendations, but I don't think it was any, you know, anything they cared whether we went with them or not. I don't think it's that. I think they're feeling pressured. I think, you know, James is probably, if we're not his only county, I'm sure he's having to close out by the end of the year. So he's probably, you know, under a lot of pressure right now and probably just getting ready to throw his
What-
hands up, to be
But
honest.
isn't there
with you.
a lot of customers they would have that's clients like us that are just like us in the same situation, that they're transferring their information to somebody else?
Sure, he said that they didn't have near the financial, you know, financial package people as they do real estate. I guess they do real estate also.
They may, I mean, I'm not familiar with them at all.
And so they don't have that many financial packages anymore, and I think that's probably more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably not wanting to mess with us really.
It's kind of like, we wasn't expecting that, was we?
No,
No, I mean, when Mike Meyer called, he was a little bit on the upset side. But he's working, he did say there's software out there that can buy to do the conversion, but he said that the pads that it takes, they're needing a map. And I just can't, I don't understand with them working on it that many years, why they don't have something just readily available for some.
exactly. And then what's the cost going to be? Because Josh Incorporated was, oh yeah, we'll help you to the end of the year, and now if they've gotta buy a new package, you know, something to read their
Mhm.
package, you know, what's the cost gonna be?
Yeah.
Mike said that he would call back today. Mike Myers.
Could
I
I-
mean, they said they'd work around it, and Mike said they would not leave us high and dry. I mean, it may require.
Juanita and Cheryl working day and night to repost everything.
Hopefully we don't have to go that route, and hopefully we can.
Or getting several
I
people
don't know,
trained.
you know, why they can't
Including
say, you know,
myself.
we've got backups and stuff of everything we've done, you know, why they can't, you know.
Why we can't just
back
start-
that information up and then transfer it into their format, I don't know. I guess that's the problem, is they can't read the map. But other than that, everything else is going smoothly.
You know, I'm gonna talk to Mike, I just, you know, I know it would be difficult for the auditors, which would basically in turn cause us why they can't read their system up to this point, and then we start fresh with their system, and then December 31, you know, we start a new year and close that portion of the year out of one and close that one out. You know, that sounds simple to me, but I know that never works that way.
It makes sense, what you're saying, I mean, to me, it kind of does, what you're saying, to stay on the current system we have.
Whole
closest-
year in.
To the closest to the end of the year as we possibly can before they transfer. And then,
Let's start a
We
new
just
school.
start
a new
fresh.
year, and so we don't necessarily have to.
How involved is James at the end of the year closing things out?
I don't think it's as much as he used to be, but he still has a pretty intricate part making it flow. The W-2s, 1099s, I think those are going better than they had in previous years, but he's still in there. I mean, they've always been good to us, you know, helping things run smoother than if you were trying to do it on your own.
Well, of course, it's been a long time ago, but the demeanor of that company, when Mike passed, I don't think you ever met Mike,
I
did you?
didn't-
When Mike passed, you know, and the Fahrenberg bought it out, it just sort of changed. James pretty much stayed the
He
same.
did.
Fahrenberg's, it was Missouri he lived in, I thought it's Missouri.
Is it Cape,
Yeah, those.
Caper site's been moved too.
Well, they get us this number, and one of us call and try to talk to him. He's a dandy, I've talked to him before.
Well, I don't know if he's ill himself. I thought his wife was like gravely ill. So I think that's,
'Cause I don't know that I've ever met the man.
I think one time he was in our office. I can't even remember if that was under Floyd or under Sharon. Other than that, everything's good.
All right. Thank you.
I don't know, did anybody tell your office or anybody that Judy's husband had a heart attack?
No.
It's a little detour set up in the railroad crossing over by EI, shut down right now for them. They're fixing their railroad crossing over there. So, some people probably don't think that's too good, but.
I don't know, I already got a call on it.
When it's done, I think everybody will like it, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully they do a good job on it.
Are the cars supposed to be taking that and the trucks as well, or,
Yeah, it's completely closed.
I mean, there's supposed to be truck traffic on the detour? Or, what's your thoughts on that? Don't have any
Well,
thoughts right now?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if the trucks stayed to the county highways and went all the way around, but that's a long way around, you know.
Are they crossing bridges or anything? Is anything, okay, so there ain't nothing other than Tarnship Road? How long are they gonna take to get that?
Just this week, supposed to be, they may beat it, but it's supposed to be done Saturday at least, so, if they get it done earlier than that, we'll open it up earlier than that, but they asked us about it a while back, and it's been rescheduled a few different times. They should have it actually probably done by Thursday, but maybe not. It may take Saturday, depends on there's an asphalt crew that's gonna come and do the approaches, and that's probably gonna be the last thing, that'll be the governing factor of when they actually get it back open.
Did you see the Southern Scene? I guess it said the money that, to each county for road districts, I guess it was grants, or it was broke down, Massac, I think. Did you see that, Michelle? It's like, what, 134,000?
I think Linda got that news release, I heard her talking
Yeah.
about it.
I don't know if you,
I didn't see that.
yeah, which I don't know if it's something you got earlier in the year, they just did a press release, but, it listed the roads where that money goes to, doesn't it?
I think that it does.
Yeah, it listed like, I think 134,000, around that number, and then it listed I think it was 3 or 4 different locations in the county, and how much was applied to each of those roads. Yeah, it was in,
Were they county roads or highways? Were they state
Yeah,
highways?
this must have been state
Yeah.
highways, this wasn't,
so it has nothing to do with you.
it's news to me if we got it, cause
Yeah.
yeah.
What was it, do you remember what it was titled?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
I'll have to look at Southern.
It was in a Southern Scene back page, or, the back of the. You got it over there? John, you can go chiropractor, bud.
Oh, it was worse yesterday,
Yeah.
and it let up enough about 3 o'clock this morning where I could lay down and go to sleep.
Lord. I don't know, I didn't know what you said. Yeah,
Oh.
so I got this in the mail a while back. I'd like to give that to you, I don't know if it's just something for me, or if you can have it. But, I think they turned the heat on, I feel a little bit warmness coming somewhere.
I hear it.
Of course, this window here, it's.
Look at
Yeah, I mean, they just move it like, they're shut, but, yeah.
I've got one thing here that sent to us, from IDOT, it's for, I remember back in June, I think, or maybe it was May, that there was 2 railroad railroad crossings that they're gonna replace the lights with lights and gates. This is the second contract here that they finally sent us for the one up in Big Bay. And, same exact contract as the last one, it just requires, board approval and signature.
It's the one on Big Bay Road, correct?
So I've got that for you to approve and sign. There's also a little, I don't think it needs to be notarized, but a little attest thing that last time John used.
Yeah, there's us.
Yeah,
And you'll have to take it over and get the seal on it.
okay.
They'll know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, you want to look at it, I think Jason just needs to sign it, but as the board chairman, but there's only one place for one.
Have we already had a resolution, John, or do we need one?
We'll just need to make a motion authorizing Joe to,
Proceed.
yeah.
I do so move.
All right, I'll second that.
Let him look at that. All right, the motion.
Can't believe you didn't read Southern, the plan in Southern Scene, you talk about a paper full of information. Week after week. I read that, then I read the USA Today right afterwards, just in case the planet skips something.
I'm gonna have to call him and find out what this is, but I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that, I doubt, but it talked about counties.
Yeah, it says Massac County, 134,000, Massac, then it says Massac County again, 31,000.
Well, I think it's, what it is they broke those separate things up, you
Oh,
add them
the
up.
whole county, okay.
Yeah, if you break, if you,
Massac County 31,662, and then County Unit Road District 67,977.
yeah.
I'll have to call and find out what this is even, because I've never got a notice on it, I've never got a letter on it. I've never even heard of this.
You can just keep that, I guess, if John's that right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but John, when you're done, Jason, he needs to sign on the
Oh.
attest.
Yeah, I'll need to test that. I'm just trying to figure out how to word the motion now.
How's the mowing going?
Plugging along, I mean, we're getting her halfway under control, I think.
Should be growing much more after this,
No.
this week.
Yeah, this 28-degree Friday, I think will be good for the grass.
Where's your mowers at, do you know?
We've got one out in the far east part of the county and two over in the far west part of the county.
Okay. A guy that called me about the detour yesterday also said the Joppa bypass has not been mowed, so I didn't know, I just thought I'd ask where they was at, and
Yeah, they're over there. We had talked about that at the beginning of the week, and everything, I guess, west of 45, which would be all the whole Joppa area, will probably be this week and next week will probably be done with all of that over there. I mean, not exactly where they're at as far as specific location, but I know they're
they're in that area.
more in the northern part of the western half, you know, right now, and then I think he's gonna work his way towards Joppa, you know, by the end of the week maybe, or beginning of next week.
Do we already got like the load of like salt and stuff ready for the roads, like in case you have a ice storm and stuff?
We have our storage is full right now.
So we're in good shape.
Yeah, we have to buy 160,000 more, not sure if that's.
late winter last year, so we had a little abundance left over, I guess. I don't know,
I suppose we did. I don't know if we had
cause you weren't here
used
last
very
winter.
much of it
yeah.
or not, yeah. I don't know, you know, that program that we buy the salt through, we buy it through the state let bid,
Mhm.
and you have to specify how much you're gonna buy before you,
Even though if you need it.
yeah, even know if you need it, so it's kind of a guessing game, so you don't wanna order too much and be stuck with it, 'cause
Mhm.
you may not have a place to store it, but you don't wanna order too little either, 'cause
Right.
if you're short, then you'll have to buy it kind of on the open market when it would be more expensive, so.
So can you just get that delivered as you want it, as you need it?
We can, I mean, it doesn't just come immediately, but I mean, I think if you give them a week's notice or something, I think you can get it within that time frame. But the contract, you're allowed, like the one that's this year, we have to order so much by next May or next June, so I'm sure we're gonna use some this
Oh, yeah.
winter, and
I don't know what they're forecasting for the winter, it's gonna be a big,
I don't
the guy passed away, I don't know if you remember the ones you used to get in the newspaper, Frymeyer, or whatever his.
I've heard of him, yeah.
He passed away this year, I read an article in the paper about him, but his son's going through that now,
Ah,
so I remember I used to always cut the out and see how close he is. Sometimes he can hit it pretty close.
yeah, but anyway, that's going on, and we've got, we're gonna be closing a portion of Waldo Church Road here for the next few days to put that pipe in,
Okay.
fix that pipe. And that'll just be between, well, I mean, local traffic can get there, it's just the one pipe location that you can't go through. But there's plenty of roads to go around, it's basically between Pell Road and Deer Run. That's where the location of the pipe is. So anybody calls, ask about that, that's what we're doing there.
The state IDOT, that they have here local, who's in charge of that office? Do you know, like, do they have like a person that's over the crew out here that's on the highway?
I don't know his name, but yeah, I think they've got a crew leader or something
Yeah.
here. I mean, I don't know that.
It just seems, I don't know if you noticed, but man, right there around that interstate exchange, there's so much trash. As you get onto the interstate, just, people looks like they empty out their cars,
Oh.
It just, I mean.
Well, it always has, and it's really noticeable when it's mowed, is.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible, right? I mean, it looks like cups and bags and, that's just not something that we take care of since it's, right, is that correct? Because it's the state.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't mess with any of the interstate or even the state highway right away.
Yeah, so I was gonna try to contact him and see, I didn't know if you ever talked to him or knew the person was.
No,
No, okay.
we have called out there before when, some people call about a state road and it's not our jurisdiction. We
Mhm.
call out over there and tell them about it, whatever problem it may be, but I don't talk to anybody over there on a regular basis, but.
I just wanna find out, ask them if they could pick up that trash, it's just, I don't know if you know, it's just a lot of trash right around there.
Yeah, I could find a contact name and number and either text it to you or
Yeah,
whatever.
if you don't mind, if you get something.
When you all planning on doing that Waldo Church Road project? You got-
Waldo Church?
Yeah, got a day in mind already or not? Or just?
Well, we're setting up signs this morning and
Okay.
close it, and we're gonna try to get it in by, before the end of the week.
Okay, like immediately then?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if we're not able to, if we run into some snags or something, it may run into next week, but we're gonna try to do it between now and Friday.
I was thinking I might send some farmers some text over that way that maybe trying to get around so they got some notification.
Uh-oh, well, you can sit in for him.
Yeah, just go over and sit down.
Excuse me, I just need a couple of signatures.
Okay.
You want to take it out there? There's two
Oh.
letters,
Yeah.
if you can get them out.
Yes, ma'am.
Who
Taking
you
the,
did that?
the association for putting those roses out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's sign it, pass it over.
and Holly's.
Well, you got Gerald out today.
Oh, he's out taking care of some big important county business.
Good deal.
I'm supposed to sign that too?
Yeah. Next week when Gerald gets back, we'll discuss that subdivision information you've been trying to talk about, roads.
Okay.
The last week I was able to be here, so.
Yeah, I had a meeting scheduled with Patrick last week, discuss more about that, but, he was in court all week, so he canceled on me. I think we rescheduled it for this Friday, but hopefully he's able to keep that.
Okay. If you need me to attend, I'm off Friday, so let me know if it's anything that you.
It's on the side.
That side?
Give me, I feel like I need to
We
get
go out and then just look at some of those flats, we were talking about in the field.
out there at Austin's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do.
It's just
Because they
aggravating.
just,
It is, isn't it? There we go.
they just don't look appropriate to me.
What's this?
One of the subdivisions that somebody wants us to take the roads over. Just
Thank you.
go back some of the flats with Patrick to see his opinion on it, but they just don't look like it's what we need to have. To me.
Yes. All right.
Anyway, that's it for me.
All right.
You guys good?
I'm
I
good.
think so.
All right.
You all left us hanging.
Well, I did.
I did, yeah.
And then Gerald come to my house Tuesday night to get me to go to that meeting and let my dog escape. She didn't get far, I let her get to the sidewalk before I started hollering, because that scared me. Because it's not my dog, and I think she would love to wreak havoc in the neighborhood if she possibly could.
She had my dad's cats round her up.
Sheriff, what's going on?
Much, just a few deals.
Yeah,
Take care of those.
Well, I left a sheet out 2 weeks ago on that one, I circled it right there, and it was still sitting there when I came back, so it was on the table.
Well, a lot of those, have been, I think, when I asked Juanita, she'd cut the checks.
Okay. So,
Hopefully they've got some, a little bit of money to, let's see, who Sable was the one that was wanting some
I
money.
don't know if I got that list.
Say a lot, man, for usually two business.
Did you give me a list of them? Hey.
They just keep
We're not
coming.
accepting any more bills today, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You bring me another copy of that, oh, is this mine?
Yeah.
I heard your population was down last week.
We're down in the 30s.
I thought you had a lot of people out there on warrants that you also try to arrest.
And we've been picking some up, and I don't know how, they've been coming up with the bond money and bonded out.
Okay.
So,
That's not a bad thing, is it?
no, it's not.
No.
Actually, that bond money will go towards the fine, so we'll get it, and the county will get that money. Good deal. Assuming they're all guilty.
In the court of law.
Did you ever find any of that stuff that, Joe Matasetti, on the county?
I talked to my fellow though and told him that right now, the stuff that he's looking for, what's out there is junk.
Okay.
We just have to wait for new shipments to arrive at these different places.
Okay.
As they come in, first come, first served.
Okay.
They give me a list, a couple other things,
What's Plush and a Rush?
The teddy bears,
Oh, okay. That's right, for the,
drug prevention.
That's right.
Yeah, it comes out of our drug fund.
okay. That's good.
They already did that, or is it coming up again?
We'll do that probably in November.
Now,
The kids had a big time with that, didn't they?
Yeah.
at the end of the month, I'm supposed to be helping out with the Elks on this, drug trailer that they take to the
On
schools.
Red Ribbon Week?
Yeah, is that, do you pass those out then, or do you participate in that?
Yeah, we'll have deputies go around, and that's next week.
Yeah, it starts on Monday, well, actually Friday night, this Friday night at the home football game.
Yeah.
And then it rolls in through next week. Cause I was gonna help out on Monday. Monday they're doing Franklin and Jefferson School.
Yeah, we usually have a deputy go with those county schools, and we've got some stuff, we show and talk about,
Okay.
part of that. Teddy Bear is usually in November.
Oh.
I got, so far this year, probably $800-900 donated towards it. Got a good response.
That's saving a lot. How much would you like, if we had the money to put towards that bill?
You know, that guy out there, Jason, he just says, as long as you make the payment, that's all we're really concerned about. Pay something.
Are the cars doing okay?
Yep. Gas is down, so it's helping the budget.
Anything from
Not
the
necessarily.
sheriff?
All right, thank you.
Keep on doing your thing.
Mr. Miller,
Hey,
what's going on? Come on up.
I really didn't have anything.
Oh, okay.